New Hampshire Motor Speedway may have hosted their final fall race for a while on Sunday, but the fans clearly did not get the message. It was a packed house in Loudon for the second race of the round of 16 for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. And after a calamitous race on the Magic Mile, Kyle Busch is advancing forward into the round of 12 with a win. Busch, who started Sunday's ISM Connect 300 at NHMS on pole, led with authority for the second half of the event, cruising to victory over Kyle Larson by close to 3 seconds. Leading 187 of the 300 laps in the event, Kyle Busch joins Martin Truex Jr. as drivers locked into the next round of the playoffs beginning at Charlotte. Brad Keselowski and Kyle Larson are also locked into the round of 12, assuring themselves a spot thanks to a sizable points cushion. The moment that changed the entire face of the race at New Hampshire came on the final lap of the second stage. Martin Truex Jr., the points leader so far this season in the Cup Series, had already won the first stage and was on his way to winning the second. Then, Kevin Harvick spun on the backstretch, causing a major snarling of cars out of Turn 2. Martin Truex Jr. would get spun around coming up to the accident, then losing the lead to Kyle Busch. Among other collected in the incident were Kurt Busch, Danica Patrick, Austin Dillon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Jeffrey Earnhardt. The playoff field now heads into the final race of the round of 16 next weekend at the Monster Mile. 4 drivers will enter Dover at the bottom of the standings, and 4 will be eliminated at the end of the race from the championship hunt. Casey Kahn, Kurt Busch, Austin Dillon, and Ryan Newman entered Dover in the elimination spots. Here are the full race results from the ISM Connect 300 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway playoff drivers in italics: Kyle Busch, Toyota; Joe Gibbs Racing, Kyle Larson, Chevrolet; Chip Ganassi Racing, Matt Kenseth, Toyota; Joe Gibbs Racing, Brad Keselowski, Ford; Team Penske, Martin Truex Jr., Toyota; Furniture Row Racing, Eric Jones, Toyota; Furniture Row Racing, Clint Bowyer, Ford; Stewart-Haas Racing, Daniel Suarez, Toyota; Joe Gibbs Racing, Ryan Blaney, Ford; Wood Brothers Racing, Joey Logano, Ford; Team Penske, Chase Elliott, Chevrolet; Hendrick Motorsports, Denny Hamlin, Toyota; Joe Gibbs Racing, Ryan Newman, Chevrolet; Richard Childress Racing, Jimmy Johnson, Chevrolet; Hendrick Motorsports, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ford; Roush Fenway Racing, Jamie McMurray, Chevrolet; Chip Ganassi Racing, J.L. Mendinger, Chevrolet; Dougherty Racing, Danica Patrick, Ford; Stewart-Haas Racing, Austin Dillon, Chevrolet; Richard Childress Racing, Paul Menard, Chevrolet; Richard Childress Racing, Chris Buescher, Chevrolet; Dougherty Racing, T. Dillon, Chevrolet; Germain Racing, Michael McDowell, Chevrolet; Levin Family Racing, Trevor Bayne, Ford; Roush Fenway Racing, Landon Causill, Ford; Front Row Motorsports, Eric Almirola, Ford; Richard Petty Motorsports, Corey LaJoie, Toyota; BK Racing, Greet Sorensen, Chevrolet; Premium Motorsports, David Reagan, Ford; Front Row Motorsports, Cole Witt, Chevrolet; TriStar Motorsports, Matt DiBenedetto, Ford; GoFaz Racing, Brett Moffitt, Toyota; BK Racing, Greg Alding, Toyota; Premium Motorsports, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Chevrolet; Hendrick Motorsports, Casey Kahn, Chevrolet; Hendrick Motorsports, Kevin Harvick, Ford; Stewart-Haas Racing, Kurt Busch, Ford; Stewart-Haas Racing, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Chevrolet; Circle Sport Racing, Cody Ware, Chevrolet; Rick Ware Racing. The next race for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series is an elimination race in the playoffs. All eyes turn to Miles the Monster in Dover, Delaware, as 4 drivers will see their championship hopes vanish. Be sure to tune in for racing from Dover International Speedway next Sunday afternoon on NBCSN.